I love channel chasers, and I'm one of those people that feel like if the show ended there, it would be a perfect in fitting into the Fairly Oddparents. But with that said, there was always something about the very end of the special that sort of rubbed me the wrong way. Maybe that's too extreme, but at the very least, I was confused by it. If you need a refresher on channel chasers, I got a video about it somewhere. So at the very end of the movie, we have a time skip where we get to see an older Timmy with 2 kids. Side note, it's funny seeing Timmy's daughter has a mix of elements from 2D and Trixie to keep us guessing. Anyway, Timmy's kids dig up his old time capsule and he briefly reminisces before heading off to work, leaving his kids in the care of Robo Vicky, who honestly seems way worse than Vicky. We then find out that Timmy's kids now have Cosmo and Wanda, and that's how we end the special. This is right after Timmy's proclaiming that he won't make the same mistakes his parents made, which was not listening to Timmy and neglecting him too much, so it's crazy to see Timmy falling into the same trappings his parents fell into. He almost seems to realize this, but brushes it aside for his other commitments, though Wanda notices this, but it's in a more tongue-in-cheek way. This always confused me because I couldn't fathom why Timmy would do this to his kids, and like, what's the lesson I'm supposed to get from this? But looking at the whole special, it sort of makes sense. One of the biggest takeaways Timmy gets from this adventure is that he needs Vicky in his life in order to get Cosmo and Wanda, the people he loves dearly. Even in the future, he forgets Cosmo and Wanda, but still associates that time with good memories despite the sad face on display. He might not fully know why, but subconsciously, he recognizes that despite the awful circumstances of his childhood, he gained something that he really cherished and loved thanks to this awfulness. And I guess he's trying to do the same thing for his kids? Which works because they have Cosmo and Wanda now. But seeing that the 2 kids got fairies, it really makes me wonder how bad their life is to warrant it. They seem to love Timmy, but maybe he's also being as neglectful as his parents, a big reason other than Vicky why kids get fairies. It just sucks to see that Timmy hasn't learned anything from his childhood, or at the very least took the wrong lessons from his childhood and is passing his trauma onto his kids. Because while having fairy godparents is amazing and a dream come true, that shouldn't stop you from being a good parent. But hey, Timmy's gonna be Timmy. That's to be expected at this point.